Hi everyone, thank you for being here, and I hope that you are as excited as me about everything that is going to happen here tonight, this morning, afternoon, depends really of where you are in this world. Um, Most of you already know me, but there are some people here that haven't heard about me before. They got to know me from Warren, so here's some points about me. I am the founder and owner of MH Business Mind Synergy Coaching, and I'm certified life coach with over 7 years of experience in coaching and business. I worked with psychologists, entrepreneurs, business owners, doctors, and really different types of people and scenarios. I also have law degree and business degree in risk management. And since I remember myself, I've been in the sales and marketing career since I was 15, actually. My passion and purpose is to give business owners and entrepreneurs the alignment that they need to really reach the life that they want for themselves through their business. And here today with me, there is a special guest, Warren Hill from ActionCOACH. And ActionCOACH is the #1 business coaching firm in this world. Now, Warren has been involved with ActionCOACH for the last 6 years. He has more than 50 years experience in international new business development. He is specialized in strategic planning and management, and really the list just goes on and on and on and on. Warren and I are going to discuss the differences between business coaching and business mind synergy coaching. We're going to explain why the two type of coaching actually complement each other. And as promised, we will give you some tools that you can already apply today to create that life that you really want for yourself through the businesses that you have created already. Our discussion today will give you clarity if you have any doubts or fears of failure. It will help you to establish that stance of this is what I need to do, this is what the business can do for me, and so on. But before we jump ahead and introduce you to Warren, there is some housekeeping items that I would like to share with you. So on your right side, you're gonna see the Q&A section. This you can already start asking questions right now, and we will spend about 15 minutes at the end, close to the end of the webinar, to answer most of the questions. And if we can't get it tonight, please leave your email as you write the question so that we can email you by email. We can answer you by email. If you have technical issues with Google Plus, normally what is suggested is just to refresh your browser. If it still doesn't work, you can go to YouTube and write your questions on the comment sections. I'm also looking there, so you are more than welcome to communicate with us through YouTube. A copy of this webinar will also be sent to you by email at the end of this webinar. So if you miss something, you can always go back and watch it. However, I do recommend you to stay tuned until the end because we are going to give you very good advices and tools close to the end of this webinar. So with no further ado, I would like to introduce you to Warren. Hi, Warren.
Hi there, Maya. Thanks very much. I'm really excited to be online here tonight with you, tonight in South Africa, wherever you are in the world. Welcome. We're here to, as Maya said, give you some tools, give you some advice, answer your questions. But most of all, we're going to have some bit of fun tonight or today.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Maya, thanks very much for inviting me. Really, really great to be here with you guys.
Pleasure, and thank you for being here. As promised, we want to know, Warren, what is a business coach?
A business coach.
Yeah.
It is quite a broad spectrum, but basically a business coach works with business owners. So we start with the business owner, and we take a business owner and move their business to what we define as a commercial, profitable enterprise that works without you. So focus on all areas of business, taking it from chaos to control, having a predictable cash flow, driving up the efficiencies, putting the correct structure in place for growth, and then you end up having this lovely, well-oiled machine called a business that the business owner that can use just to provide him with time and money to do those things that he wants to.
Wonderful. Okay, and how does that differ from a consultant?
Well, a consultant would come into a business. evaluate the systems, evaluate what's going on in that business, and then suggest some ways to improve it. A coach comes into the business and works with the business owner. We're like a mentor. We identify the challenges that they face, and together with the owner, we work through these challenges. We put a plan in place. We agree to a process with the business owner. It's all about a relationship.
Yeah.
With a consultant, there's no relationship with a business owner. It's a cold, at an arm's length kind of situation. With a coach, it's all about the relationship. And based on, of course, mutual trust, where
Yeah.
the owner will move from working in the business to working on the business. As an action coach, I've got an international support network of more than 2,000 coaches around the world that have worked in every single industry type, so every single business type. I'm a specialist in profits, making money for the business owner. And because I have Action Coach as a backup, we've got 23 years of internationally tried and tested systems, methodologies, and tools that in fact can guarantee success in a business.
Yeah. Okay, that's very interesting. And on a personal level, tell me what actually drives you? Like, what drives Warren? What's your passion? Except for your
Result.
daughter, because we can see your daughter.
Yeah, you can see my daughter behind me. I'm here
Yes.
sitting at home. And what drives me? Results. Results in seeing business owners be successful and move their businesses to the next level. Take them from being a good business to being a great business. So it's all about reaching their full potential personally and in the business to give them time and money so they can achieve their goals both personally and in their business. And also by doing that, we're looking at world abundance in a local environment. So making those businesses more abundant. And that's what any economy in the world needs.
And I'm hearing you also doing volunteer work with some organizations. Thinking about
Yes,
all
I work with a charity here in South Africa called Highway Hospice, and it's part of my passion to assist these charities. So I coach them for free. It's my way of giving back to the community. And with a charity, it's to get them to understand that they're not a non-profit organization, but they're actually a business.
Yeah.
And if they run it like a business, it's just going to get better and better.
Yeah. And I've seen that many, specifically in South Africa, working with also myself with non-profit organization. It always comes down to they don't see themselves as a business, and you really need to change that mindset to get them to where they actually need to do and to get to the people and to the mission and vision that they had, if you will.
Yeah, 100%, Maya.
Yeah. Okay, so that's you doing as a social responsibility, but on a business level, who are your clients?
Clients, business owners, but business owners who want to change, who are open to doing things differently in their business. They've got to have some historical business data for us to work with. They must be able to invest time, at least 5 hours per week, working, as I said earlier, working on the business.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they must be able to commit to investing financially in a coach.
Okay, and I do agree with you. I think you just started saying that they need to want to change, and I want to expand that a bit because I never seen anyone that actually succeed in changing if they don't want to. I see a lot of people placing or investing a lot of money in going to coaches and seminars and doing all the right thing, but they don't really want to change. They don't want to do anything. They want a quick fix. And that's also what I'm seeing or saying to my potential clients. If there is no want, I can't even start working with you. So I think, again, we need to emphasize that want, because the moment there is a want to change, there is a way to change. If there is a will, there is a way. And I absolutely agree with you. They really need to want to change.
I think that's where a mind coach comes in.
Yeah. So what I do with them is making the alignment before to really show them, this is just a fear, this is just a self-doubt. Let's just remove that and then see that you actually want to change because you are here. So we're removing everything that is interfering and start really working. Okay, but speaking about the mind, in your experience, what would be the biggest challenge when it comes to the mind and your potential clients?
In the mind of the business owner, I would say the biggest challenge is self-belief. We have phenomenal results. And when we talk about increases of 100, 200, 300, 400% in turnover and net profit, some business owners, you can see the disbelief. They're used to the 10% or 15% growth in their business per annum, and they're quite happy with that. So it's when they start believing that these results come a lot quicker. And we've seen increases in excess of 700%. I've just worked with a client that increases net profit by 335% in 4 months.
Yeah.
So, those are actual facts that we're working with. They also held back by how the business has performed in the past. So they have their self-limiting beliefs based on a history. And they're saying, but this is what we've done in the past. So in order for us to have a 200 or 300% increase in the future, that's impossible. So again, it's that self-belief. And, again, as I just got to reiterate, and a mind coach would be vital in breaking through these self-limiting beliefs. And again, a fear of failure. So they don't want to fail. So in order not to fail, we just carry on doing what we've done in the past.
There is just a question that came through right now. Someone is saying from Capital Consulting, all is believing. Yes, I mean, that's the starting point. If you don't see yourself actually pushing through, or, I mean, you're going to a coach, and that coach is saying to you, like, going to Warren and saying to you, look, this is how I've been working with other people, with other businesses. This is my results. I can get you to do 100, 200, 300% more in turnover, and then you're going like, I don't believe you. But it's not about believing because this is the result. So what you actually don't believe is that you can make it. So I absolutely agree with Capital Consulting. It's all about self-worth, and that's the alignment that we actually need to do if we want to take the business to the next level. Working with Warren, for instance, as a business coach, working with myself or with any other business mind coach, and really get the alignment to where you need to go to actually see the results that you are seeking for. So thank you for participating with us, Capital Consulting. Warren, let's go back to you. So in your opinion and experience, we were speaking about self-doubt and limiting self-belief, but also what would you say that is holding business owners from really seeing the results that they are seeking for? So we talked about believing and all of that, but what else do you see then?
Business owners just continue doing the same things over and over again, expecting a different result. And if I can quote Albert Einstein, the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, it's not going to happen. You have to change. You have to do things differently. You have to have a different mindset. And we have an outside perspective as a coach. So coming in and looking at the business, we don't have a preconceived idea of what the business has been like. So we bring in new ways to approach the challenges, fresh ideas, and also someone who the owner can bounce things off. I've been called a business psychologist by a business owner. He says, I come here with all my business problems and you seem to help me work through them. Because, as I said, we're not consultants. We don't give you the answers. We help you work to get the correct answers.
Yeah. I also found that a lot of the things that holding business owner back, and you mentioned that before, is how they've done things in the past, like how the business did before. It's like there is this comfort zone that business owner wants to stay in, and I think that's also connected with the fear of failure. And that comfort zone is also like if you are sitting, your business is doing well, But then you come along and say, well, it can be much better. Let me show you how. And I'm like, no, I want to be in my comfort zone. And so I want to stress to everyone that really, if your business is also doing well, it's worthwhile to meet with Warren or a business coach because your business can be much better and we can actually show you how you can take your business to the next level. And all it takes is a little bit of courage and so that you can step out a little bit of your comfort zone and as Warren said, just 5 hours a week. And the results will not going to be late to come. Would you agree with that?
100%. You know, it's as soon as the business owner is committed to the change and has a self-realization that by changing themselves, the business can change, that's when the results start happening.
Cool. Okay. You know that in the past 2 weeks and also we've been asking people to participate with some polls that we've made about what is their biggest challenge when it comes to their business. And if I'm taking everything, and again, I'm grateful for everyone that participated and gave us your opinion or your real challenge. But it really comes down to 4 categories: to money, time, team, and self-doubt. So Rowan, when it comes to those 4 categories, let's start with money or money and time. What would be the advice that you can give to people?
Okay. Time and money seem to be the ones that come up most often from a business owner, followed by possibly team, so their staff issues. Um, Business owners have to view their company, as a machine that is there to provide them with time and money. And this is so that they can achieve their personal goals and dreams and aspirations. Um, Once you have the company providing you with the money, you need to know what you're going to do with it. So it's no use having this company that's making you all this money, but you don't know what to do with it. So you now need the time to enjoy that money and also to spend with your family and your loved ones and everything else. So in ActionCOACH, we've got hundreds of strategies that have been used throughout the world that will improve both turnover and profitability. And then we've also got the systems that we put in with the business owner that allows them the time to enjoy it all. So we focus a lot on the time and the money in the beginning stages of the business, and that is what the business owner needs to look at. He needs to also be emotionally detached from his business, because as soon as you become emotionally attached to it, it becomes your little baby. And when it gets to the stage that it's big enough to sell and it's in that great profitable area, then you don't want to sell it because you want to hold on to it. So become emotionally detached. Look at your business as a machine that's providing you time and money, and let it take you, and so you can achieve your goals and dreams and aspirations and do the things that you really want to do with your life.
Exactly, and that's also why you said before that a business, as a definition, is a commercial, profitable enterprise that is actually working without you. That's where you are taking your clients. And the point about working without you is that you can actually, through the business, just using the business as a tool to get to your goals and get to your visions. But there is one thing that I would like to speak about is that not all our audience here already have a business. So for those of you who struggle with that, also told us that they are struggling with money, my advice to you is persistence, persistence, persistence. I've been in your shoes before. If I would wait for money, I would not be where I am today. It's about, this is what I'm going to do, this is how it's going to happen. And yes, if you don't have the money to start the business, all it means that it's just going to take a little bit longer. But as long as you're persistent and you know that no matter what, you're going to get there, you will do it. And I always say, if there is a will, there is a way. So my advice to people is don't hold yourself back just because you don't have the money right now. Just work harder, find the right people to support you, and you will make it happen. So that's in relation to money. In relation to time, you will find the time. If that's something that you really want to do, you will find the time if you don't have the money. If you do have the money and you don't have the time, find the right people to work for you. I mean, the whole point about this business mind synergy is to have this alignment with your business, your people, and your money, so that everything will be in alignment with you, your goals, and your visions. So that's my perspective on time and money. But Warren, what about team?
The team. There's a book written by Jim Collins called Good to Great, and in there he talks about make sure you have the right people on the bus. And with that, you have to have team members that share your vision. If they don't share your vision, then you need to align them to your vision and their visions with your vision so that they can take the company forward. If you don't have the right people on the bus, it's very simple. Just replace them. Find the right people. I always say to my clients, visualize a bus in which you're the driver of the bus, and there's music playing and there's a bit of a party happening on the bus, and there's one person sitting in the back corner not participating. So you can either say stop the bus and say, look, you're not participating, get off. That's the harsh way of doing it. Or you can go and consult with that person and find out why they're not participating. Maybe there's something that's holding them back, and get them to participate in the party that's happening on your bus. So that's where that right people on the bus comes from. Then also with that is we say replace them, and people go, yeah, but we have labor laws and everything else. There is always a way in which to replace a person within an organization, as brutal as that might sound. And you've got to, for business owners who are just starting out, for business owners that have been in business for many years, have a look at your team, make sure you got the right people on the bus.
Amen to that. No, the reason why, because really the team, if you don't have the right team, you don't have the alignment that you need for your business. The team, however, for me, it's the most important thing. It's your support structure, but it's not just your employees. It's also your family members. It's your partners. It's your family, friends, everyone that are surrounding you, that are actually supporting you, not financially per se, but just encouraging you and knowing that this is the time that you are now investing in the business or working on the business, so that this is what you're going to create, and everyone are sharing with you that excitement, and when you're down, you have someone to take you up again. So team is not just your employees, it's also everyone around you that's surrounding you, including your coaches, mentors, accountants, lawyers. Everyone are your team, because everyone are on the same bus, and getting you to where you want to go. So I absolutely agree with that. Lauren, tell me something. Why Action Coach?
Good question. Action Coach. Action Coach is and will always be the world's #1 coaching firm. The founder, Brad Sugars, has made that as part of his vision, and so he will ensure that we always remain the world's #1 coaching firm. We're in more than 70 countries around the world. They've got internationally tried and tested systems, tools and methodologies that have been proven over the last 23 years. That's how long Action Coach has been around, and in every industry type. So that's on Action Coach. Now, why was I drawn to Action Coach? Because of the community that supports that firm. So through the 70 countries, the more than 2,000 coaches, I have a network that I can draw on at any time for support, for information, for assistance, and it's phenomenal. If I can just give you a bit of history on how I was introduced to Action Coach, a very close friend of mine is actually the master license for Action Coach in China. And soon after him acquiring the master license for China, he tried to get me to join. And over a number of years, he actually convinced me that this is one of those things that I'm going to excel at. And it's thanks to him and thanks to Action Coach that I found that why in my life. everyone looks for the why. Well, I can say that I now know my why in life.
That's awesome. And I also want to tell everyone that although Action Coach is all over the world, everyone can still contact you or get an advice from you because you can do it online. Am I correct to say that?
Yes, look at the technology we're using here this morning. We're using technology that is freely available, and we do a lot of coaching through Skype. So it's not necessarily about the face-to-face, physical face-to-face, but yeah, we have a face-to-face conversation, and yeah, thanks to technology.
Cool. There is a comment that we got from CMZ Group in relation to the team, and it was saying, a NASA director once said, going to the moon was easy, dealing with the people was the hardest part of it. Yes, you really need to know how to work with people and how to remain stable within it all. And specifically when you had something going on at home or something didn't really work at the business, and then you need to deal with all of these people, and sometimes your own temper is overcoming you, and you become a person that you really don't want to be. And working with a mentor or a coach is going to help you with that because there is someone that you can rent and vent and do all of those things, and they will help you to go back to your stability point where you're actually able to do the things that you need to do, stand by your responsibilities, and make sure that everyone that is working with you, they respect you because you are someone of integrity. So it is hard to work with people, but there are tools and ways to make it easier for you. You just need to learn how and obviously practice that, and that comes with time. So thank you. I don't know your name, so if you can tell us your name, that would be awesome. CMZ Group. Okay. So I want to cover a bit more about, we talked about making a lot of money, but there is also that dark side of money that we normally don't talk about. And I know that you at Action Coach are also doing this alignment before when it comes to money, because many people that make money fast, they losing it. Not specifically the money that they're losing, but they're losing parts of themselves, because now from nothing to having lots of money, there are some things that going on in the mind where we see sometimes people start cheating on their partners because they can go to parties and nobody will know, or they have a lot of time in the house and they don't really know what to do with the time, and the dynamic in the house is now changing because they were not in the house before and all the responsibilities were on the partner, and now you come along and there is so much time, and now you're superimposing yourself on something that somebody else was taking responsibility for, which creates friction. So we see a lot of divorce rates when, for instance, that you have money coming in so fast and all gradually, but you have suddenly time, you have money, and you don't really know what to do with that. So also it's very important to make that alignment, bring your partner into the beginning of the coaching so that they are aware of where you are. You make the decisions together, you make your goals and visions together with your partner. And it's very important to make sure that you are aware of the risks of having a lot of money so that you don't fall into what I say call, it's just the mind's going to take you there if you want it or not. So you really need to be strong to know, I'm not going there. I know what's going to lead me if I'm going to go there. But if you don't know that that's going to happen, then you're definitely going to go there. So Warren, what have you seen, or how would you support people that suddenly have a lot of money, and what consequences are those?
Well, in the process of coaching, we oh, there's an echo. Okay, it's gone now. In the process of coaching, what we do is we tell the business owner that they need to include their life partners and their families in the process. So they need to tell them that they are being coached. And we always also say that business coaching is transformational. It's not transactional. So it's a change in the business owner, and they need to prepare their partners for this change. And in that comes, look, the money is going to start coming in. So they need to prepare everybody for it. Just taking it to another level as well is in the organization, some of their staff are going to see the change. They're going to see the transformation. Some of them are going to go along with it. And this is something that we position up front. We say that some of your staff may resign. It's part of the process. And it's just because they're seeing the change, but it's not necessarily what they want. They're not involved in the change. So involve your staff in the transformation, involve your family, your friends, and you'll also find that as a business owner, business grows and they get more money coming in, they need to associate themselves with different people. Your social circle can also be a self-limiting factor in your personal growth.
Yeah, definitely. So you choose that. That's why I was saying that if you look at the synergy between yourself, your relationship to yourself, to the business, to the people, and to the money, the people is not just the team in your business, it's everyone that you're associating yourself with. You want to work with those that will help you to empower yourself. And at the same time, you want to help your people and empower themselves. So when it comes to the team, many people are asking me, but I have that team. This is what I have. What can I do with the team? And mostly I found that the way that they dealt with the team was in a disempowered way. It's like there is no trust anymore that people can do better because their people think that they can't do better. So everyone are working with, let me just do the bare minimum and get by. My approach is, let me see how I, as a business owner, can empower everyone that I work with. Ask them the right questions, ask them to give you suggestions, ask them for their consideration, and see what new ideas can come up, what they can do more. And I think it was Google that gave their employees every Friday a day off, but not a day off. They just gave them all the tools and everything that they needed to do whatever they want to do. As long as on Monday they come in, I think it was Monday, they'll come in and sharing their new ideas, new creative ideas. And what they found was that those freely Friday days were actually the ones that we are working now with Google. I think it's Google, forgive me if I'm mixing the details, but whatever came from that Friday day is actually what the company is working with, because the creativity could come through, entrepreneurship can come through because nobody told them what to do. They can bring it from themselves. So if we give opportunity to our team to actually empower themselves, they will show you that they can be much more than what you thought they can, and but much more than what they thought they can. And after you give them chances, of course, if they're not taking that point of empowerment, then I agree with you. Make sure you have the right people on your bus.
And it's also about the mindset. You've seen our above the line, below the line illustration. And so it's taking people from that place of blame, excuse, denial to ownership, accountability, and responsibility. So the way to do it with your team is say, don't come to me with problems if you don't have a solution.
Yeah.
So taking them to take ownership of their function within the organization.
Cool. Well, I think it's time for some questions and answers from us and from the people. So I see already that Shai is asking, why do businesses need support of a coach to support the business? I think it's more for you.
Okay, it's quite easy. If you take a world-class athlete who has a goal of winning gold at the Olympics, they don't go on that journey by themselves. They will, one, get themselves a coach that's going to coach them in their sport to get them to their full potential. They're also going to surround themselves with other coaches, people who are going to coach them on diet, coaches who are going to coach them on mindset, coaches that are going to coach them on the environment in which they must surround themselves to achieve their best potential. So, yeah, look, a business owner, it can quite easily run a business, start a business, run a business. It can be successful, but it may not necessarily reach its full potential. What does a business coach do? He comes in, or she comes in, and coaches that business to their full potential by accelerating it. So all we do is we speed up the inevitable. And we always say we are in the business of re-education. So there's things that you know that you've just forgotten about or have never implemented in your business, and we make you aware of that and become your mentor and your support system in this growth.
Yeah, and I have to say, I've seen some of your clients, and I've seen them how they've been before and how they've been after, and you do provide the results. I mean, your clients make changes in their business, and sure, they could have stayed with what they had and stayed in that very well already oiled machine, but with the help of the coach, they actually took the business to the next level, and the turnover was really fascinating to see that after a few months only of changes that they did, only 5 hours a week. And the results just show that it is very beneficial to work with a coach. So that's my take on that.
Definitely.
In relation to why working with a business mind, synergy coach, and a business coach is you don't want to let your daily influences to interfere with working on your business. And when I'm saying daily influences is everyone is carrying a baggage. Everyone has something that is they are thinking about or they keep busy in the mind. And when working with a business mind synergy coach, what we actually do is mentoring you on a daily basis to take all of that things that is clouding your mind into solutions so that you can actually focus on your daily goals, dreams, manifesting your dreams, goals and visions for that day. So that's why accelerating yourself with a business coach and a business mind coach is going to take your business in a quantum time, not quantum, but quantify your results very quickly if you will not use a business or a business mind synergy coach. So I hope we answered your question. Do you have anything else to add there? Warren?
No, that's perfect. I think we've touched on that quite well.
Okay, cool. I hope you're satisfied, Jai. There is another question coming from Joao. He's saying, thank you for this. It has been quite helpful. I have a question. How does it practically work? Meaning, say I want to work with a business coach and a business mind synergy coach. What programs do you offer? Okay, do you want to start, Warren?
Yeah, let me kick that off. Working with a business coach there are various programs that we offer. We offer one-to-one coaching. So that's myself with the business owner. And we also offer group coaching. Group coaching is a number of business owners together that get coached. That is more aimed at the smaller businesses and is more educational than coaching. So we're providing you with a strong foundation on which to build your business, or if you have an existing business, to ensure that your foundation is strong, because you can't build a business unless your foundation is strong. So that's on the group coaching. On the one-to-one coaching, we work with a business owner directly every single week. So I spend 1 hour face-to-face with the business owner, and we agree on what the plans are and what has to be achieved. And they then work 4 to 5 hours on their business during the week. Then also put in some time critiquing their work, having a look for strategies that will assist them, and yeah, just making sure that they stay on track. So yeah, Joel, I think that's answered yes. Great, thanks for the answer. And from your side, Maya, maybe you want to talk about a bit of business mind synergy coach would work.
Yeah, so what I do is also on a weekly basis, I have one-on-one coaching and group coaching. However, what I would suggest is where the alignment with what Warren does is the mentoring program that I do, which is every day, Monday to Friday, we're going to have chats between 15 minutes, 20 minutes. We're going to be on the call morning or afternoon or evening, and we make sure that you are in the right state of mind to take your business to the next level. So if you have issues with your business, or if you have issues with the team and the people, or even if you have issues at home, we're going to get the point quickly into solutions so that you can focus on what you need to focus, so that your visions and goals that you set with, for instance, Warren, will be achieved. So working with Warren on a weekly basis, for instance, on your business, and working with a mind business coach or mind business mind synergy coach, it's just making sure that your entire mind is not going to interfere with what you actually want to do with your life and your business. So it's very helpful to have someone with you that's working with you every day, Monday to Friday. So that's the mentoring program. So I hope we answer your question. You're actually saying great. Thanks for the answer. So cool. There are a lot of questions coming through, so let me just see. We've done that one. Okay. So Cassiano is saying, I believe that a business coach should be taught at school to little kids, help and teach kids to make their own business and prepare their life and careers, don't you think? I absolutely agree with you. And that is actually something that Warren is going to work on tomorrow. I think you told me that you're going to school. Tell us about that.
Yes, thanks, Maya. It's a new program that I'm introducing at the schools. It's called Entrepreneurs in Training, and it is based around a mini 2-day MBA, so very, very intensive. We're going to work with all the kids from grade 8 up to grade 12 and prepare them for starting, running, and owning their own business. In today's environment, you'll actually find that there are kids at school already got their own businesses, and they are going to be successful. And again, it's about accelerating their success. You also find that there are children who are going to take over a parent's business, and they don't necessarily have the correct tools to run that business, and they're going to take it up over from mom or dad, and they're going to continue doing things as it has always been done. So Cassiano, 100%, we're working on that. Entrepreneurs in Training, it's something that I'm very passionate about. We are presenting at a careers expo tomorrow at one of the high schools locally, and it's trying to get these high school pupils signed up for our program.
Cool, and I actually agree with him, because it's not about learning businesses. I have a degree in business, and I didn't know a lot about businesses when I finished my university, even with distinction. Business coach is a completely different thing. It's actually taking you through all the steps and showing you how to do that with proven systems. So if you can show from a very young age to a child how to manage finance, how actually money works, how the mind also come into play when money comes in, because children needs to know about this stuff. And I'm very grateful for you guys to actually start doing that in South Africa and going into the schools, because that is of high importance to me, at least. So thank you for that. We have more questions coming, just a sec. Okay. So Joe, I have one more question for both of you. I am a business owner and I have 30 employees in my company. You previously talked about aligning my team with my goals and visions. What does it practically mean? Will you coach my team? I think he's asking that in the same. Do you have team seminars that you offer? Please expand more about that. Thanks a lot. Rowan. Rowan, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Jal, the alignment that we do up front is with the business owner, because really, in the beginning, it's about you. It's about what you want out of your business. We then will do a team alignment. So once we have worked with you in coaching and we are on track to achieving your goals, we then do a team alignment. That is when we'll bring the whole team on. And it might not be all your 30 employees. It may be just the next level of management. and understand what their goals and dreams and aspirations are. Do you know what your managers want to achieve out of working for you? You got to find that out, and then get them to be aligned with your vision. And as soon as they align with your vision, then the whole thing is going to flow. And then you ripple it down through the organization. So yes, we do the team alignment, but it becomes after your alignment. And we do team coaching. So we do coach the teams. We have a different workshops that we can present to teams on sales, on finance, on service, on just about any aspect of the business. We can do workshops as well with your whole team. So it's not only just about the business owner. We do then take it through the organization into various aspects of your business.
Fantastic. Yeah, and on my side, I'm working with the business owner. So I will go, for instance, with you and make sure that there is no insecurities or inferiority that you feel inside of yourself that is projected towards your team. I've recently worked with someone that, their entire belief of themselves is that they are not worthy and they are very inferior. So when them as a business owner approach the team in meetings or in just on one-on-one, they went with like this slowly 10. So nobody really see them for who they are because they didn't believe that. So most importantly, from my side, in relation to the mind, is making sure that you see your own growth. If you have insecurities or self-doubt or inferiority, then we're going to work on these dimensions so that we can get you to stand in the shoes that you need to stand in the shoes of yourself. So creating and making the relationship between you and yourself stronger so that it's going to come through to you as an example to your team. And through that, we're going to help you to make the alignment between yourself and the team to reach your goals and visions as you mentioned. So that's on my side. So Joyce saying, thank you both. It was very informative and it has given me ideas for taking different approaches to move things forward. Cool. Thank you for that and thank you for participating, Joao. We have a few more minutes to some questions. So if you have more questions, this is exactly the right time. Otherwise, Rowan, anything that you would like to add on your side before we finalizing everything today?
No, Maya, it's thanks for the participation here and the questions that people have been asking. That's what makes the difference. I should have said in the beginning, the only failure for yourself in this webinar is your failure to participate. So if you participate, what you put in is what you're going to get out. Put in 100%, you're going to get 100% out. And so, yeah, thanks to everybody who participated. As you said, we've got a couple more minutes if anybody else has got questions. I've just got one question, Zhao. Where is your business based and what business do you have?
Okay, we can wait with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, one, if people want to get a hold of you and work with you, what would you offer to them or to us here that participating here in the webinar?
Okay, very easy. I'm going to give you a link. So I'm going to post a link up here quickly. And I don't know if you can share that link, but if you follow that link, people can go on there and they can register. So I'm going to be offering everybody who has been on the webinar today a complimentary coaching session with myself. There's a process I go through. I'll send you a questionnaire and you'll fill it in. You'll send it back to me so we can prepare and make sure that the time spent together is of full value for both of us. So I'm going to offer that as my gift and my thanks to the people who've contributed to the webinar today.
Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, you told me you have another gift for everyone.
Oh, Maya, you really want me to reveal all my cards? Okay, so I'm also going to offer to
Yes.
anybody who signs up for one-to-one coaching with me, I'm going to offer them that alignment session for free. So normally that alignment session is going to work out in dollars, $750. So I'm giving everybody who signs up, anybody who signs up after this webinar for one-on-one coaching with me, I'm going to give them the alignment to the value of $750 for free. So that's my second gift to
Thank
everyone
you.
tonight,
That's
today.
awesome. I really suggest everyone to do that. On my side, I have 5 complimentary free coaching sessions that you can sign up with me. And on top of that, anyone that is working on one-on-one coaching or mentoring sessions will get a 30% discount. Those that have been today or registered, and you can probably watch that later. Warren, Joe is saying that based in London, UK, education company, different tutors, and we are looking at expanding in terms of services we provide and change mindset of team to be more united and cooperative. Um,
Awesome, Joe.
yeah. And you have a thank you from, your name is Cassandra.
Cassiano, yes.
It says, I can only take one for all, my master.
Thank you very much, Cassiano. He's based in Brazil,
Oh, wow.
long time business associate and dear friend of mine. So, Cassiano, thanks for joining us today. And I think you've got your team surrounding you there as well. So, hi to the CMZ group team as well.
That's awesome. So we have already, I know about UK here, we have Brazil here, we have Israel here, and we have you and I from Durban side in South Africa. So that's quite making itself all over the world. So thank you everyone for being here today. You're gonna get email with everything that was discussed today. Actually, a link to this video, and with all the links that you need to get contact with Warren or myself. And thank you again. It was a pleasure to be with you here today, and I hope that you got some advices and tips and tools that you can actually take with you already today, and really think of your alignment with your business, with your people, with your money, and how to take your business to the next level. Warren, thank you so much for being my guest today.
It's a pleasure, Maya. Yeah, I've had a fantastic time. Thanks for inviting me. And yeah, we'll definitely do this again. Really great to be working with a mind coach as a partnership. So yeah, let's take this onward and upward to great things.
Cool. And I'm hearing now, or reading now, there is someone from Hungary. I hope I'm saying it correctly with my pronunciation. And he's saying, thank you guys for sharing perspectives here. So we have also Europe here, well, UK and Europe. Then we have John. He's saying, nice reminder of our journey and all that involved. Thanks, coach. Enjoying this.
Yeah, that's John. He's from my charity, Highway Hospice. So thanks for joining us tonight as well, John.
I'm very excited about everyone and everything that has been here. So thank you, everyone, and thank you, Warren. And I'm sure I'm going to see you again here on my webinar in the future. Okay.
Thanks very much, everybody. Yeah, thanks very much. Thanks, Maya.
Okay. Cheers, everyone. Good night, good morning, good afternoon. Bye-bye.